Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that's near and dear to all of us, avoiding buyer's remorse in the car buying game. Because let's be honest, nobody wants to drop their hard-earned money on a vehicle, only to find out it's a total lemon. So if you do not want to make the wrong buying decision, then in this video, we expose the popular vehicles that you probably might be considering buying right now that are not worth the hype, and you should avoid them. We'll be looking at their consumer reports, which, as you guys know, is like the gold standard when it comes to unbiased car ratings and reviews. They put in the work, racking up thousands of miles on these vehicles and running them through rigorous tests to give you the real deal on reliability, performance, and everything in between. And trust me, Consumer Reports doesn't pull any punches. They're not afraid to call out a bad car when they see one, regardless of the brand or the price tag. So, if a car gets a thumbs down from Consumer Reports, you know it's serious. So get ready as we go through 7 cars that, according to Consumer Reports, have left a trail of regret in their wake. You might be surprised by some of the names on this list. First up on our list of buyer's remorse vehicles, we have the 2024 GMC Sierra 1500. Now I know what you're thinking. A GMC truck? These trucks are supposed to be built like tanks, right? And with a starting price tag around $37,500, it seems like a solid deal for a workhorse. But hold your horses, because Consumer Reports has given the Sierra 1500 a big thumbs down. We're talking about significant issues that have landed this truck on the least recommended vehicles. One of the biggest complaints is the noise level inside the cabin. The Sierra 1500 lets in so much road and engine noise that it's almost unbearable on longer drives.
And then there's the reliability or lack thereof. Consumer Reports has received numerous reports of issues with the Sierra 1500, ranging from minor annoyances to major mechanical failures.
And if that wasn't enough, let's talk about fuel economy. Consumer Reports found its fuel economy to be disappointing, especially compared to its rivals. And speaking of the driving experience, the Sierra 1500 doesn't exactly set the road on fire with its performance. The handling is reportedly sluggish, the transmission can be clunky, and the ride is not refined.
So there you have it, the 2024 GMC Sierra 1500. A truck that, on paper, seems like a decent deal, but in reality has left many owners with a serious case of buyer's remorse.
Now, I'm not saying that every single Sierra 1500 out there is a lemon. There are bound to be some owners who have had positive experiences with this truck, but the sheer volume of complaints and negative reviews should give you pause. In the case of the 2024 GMC Sierra 1500, the message is clear: proceed with caution. There are simply too many other great trucks out there that offer a better combination of reliability, performance, and overall value. Next up is the 2024 Chrysler Pacifica. Now, the Pacifica has always been a popular choice in the minivan segment. It's got that classic minivan practicality with sliding doors, ample cargo space, and enough cup holders to satisfy even the thirstiest family. And let's not forget about the hybrid model. With a starting price of around $50,760, it seems like a compelling option for eco-conscious families who want to save some money at the pump. After all, who wouldn't want a minivan that can sip fuel like a compact car?
But as we've already seen with the Sierra 1500, a seemingly good deal on paper doesn't always translate to a satisfying ownership experience. And unfortunately, the Chrysler Pacifica, particularly the hybrid model, has also earned itself a spot on Consumer Reports' list of least recommended vehicles. So, what exactly went wrong? Well, it turns out that cramming a hybrid powertrain into a minivan comes with its own set of challenges. And in the case of the Pacifica hybrid, those challenges have resulted in a vehicle that falls short of expectations in several key areas.
One of the biggest drawbacks, according to Consumer Reports, is the Pacifica hybrid's weight. See, hybrid systems, while great for fuel economy, tend to add a significant amount of heft to a vehicle. And in the case of the Pacifica, that extra weight has a noticeable impact on its agility and handling. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's a minivan. It's not supposed to handle like a sports car. And you're right. But even by minivan standards, the Pacifica hybrid is said to feel cumbersome and unwieldy, especially when navigating tight corners or parking lots.
And it's not just the handling that suffers from the added weight. Consumer Reports also found that the hybrid system's real-world fuel economy doesn't quite live up to the hype. Sure, it's better than the non-hybrid Pacifica, but it's not the game changer that some people might expect. So, if you're considering the Pacifica hybrid solely for its fuel-sipping prowess, you might want to temper your expectations. It's not going to deliver the same kind of fuel economy gains you'd see in a smaller, lighter hybrid vehicle.
But wait, there's more. On top of the handling and fuel economy issues, the Pacifica hybrid has also been plagued by reliability problems. Consumer Reports has received numerous reports of electrical gremlins, software glitches, and other issues that have left owners stranded or frustrated. And let's be honest, the last thing you want when you're hauling precious cargo is for your minivan to throw a temper tantrum. Reliability is paramount in a family vehicle, and unfortunately, the Pacifica hybrid seems to be lacking in that department.
So there you have it, the Chrysler Pacifica hybrid. A minivan that at first glance seems like the perfect blend of practicality and fuel efficiency, but upon closer inspection, reveals itself to be a bit of a letdown.
At number 3, we have the Jaguar F-Pace. This luxury SUV starts at around $57,000. It's a really good-looking SUV with classic Jaguar styling.
Looks aren't everything. Consumer Reports found significant issues that land it on the list of cars people regret. Owners reported questionable interior quality with rattles and creaks. Another issue is the service experience, with difficulties getting appointments and dealing with dealerships.
Now, let's talk about the driving experience. The F-Pace offers a range of engines, including turbocharged 4 cylinders and a supercharged V6. But the driving experience can be a mixed bag. Some reviewers felt the handling was too soft for a sporty SUV. Others said the ride was too firm, especially over rough roads.
So, where does that leave us with the Jaguar F-Pace? It's a stylish SUV with decent power, but with reliability issues, mixed driving reviews, and service headaches, it feels risky, especially at a $57,000 starting price. You could go for a more established luxury SUV with a better track record. It's a shame because it is a good-looking SUV, but sometimes that's just not enough. Coming in at number 4 is a luxury SUV that's known for its off-road prowess. And, well, let's be honest, its high price tag. It's the Land Rover Range Rover Sport. Now, the Range Rover Sport starts at a cool $83,100. That's a lot of dough, even for a luxury SUV. And for that kind of money, you'd expect a certain level of quality and reliability, right?
Well, according to Consumer Reports, that's not necessarily the case with the Range Rover Sport. In fact, Land Rover as a brand has consistently ranked near the bottom in terms of reliability, and the Range Rover Sport is no exception. Consumer Reports has highlighted a number of issues with this SUV, including problems with the air suspension system. Now, air suspension can be a great feature, providing a smoother ride and even allowing you to adjust the ride height. But it can also be a real pain point when it comes to reliability. And when your air suspension goes out, it's not a cheap fix. So, that's something to keep in mind if you're considering a Range Rover Sport.
Another area where the Range Rover Sport falls short, at least according to Consumer Reports, is fuel economy. Now, this probably isn't a huge surprise. I mean, we are talking about a large, heavy SUV with a powerful engine. But still, when you're spending over $80,000 on a vehicle, you'd hope it wouldn't guzzle gas like it's going out of style. But according to Consumer Reports testing, the Range Rover Sport's fuel economy is well below average for its class. And in this day and age, with gas prices being what they are, that's a significant consideration. It's just another factor that adds to the overall cost of ownership. And when you're talking about a vehicle in this price range, that cost of ownership can really add up quickly. So if you're considering a Range Rover Sport, you better be prepared to shell out some serious cash, not just for the initial purchase price, but also for gas and potential repairs down the line.
Now look, I'm not saying the Range Rover Sport is a bad SUV. It's got a lot going for it, like its luxurious interior, its off-road capabilities, and its powerful engine options. But those positives come at a price, both literally and figuratively. You're paying a premium for the Range Rover badge, and unfortunately that doesn't always translate to bulletproof reliability. And with its below-average fuel economy, the Range Rover Sport can be a bit of a gas guzzler, which can really add to the overall cost of ownership. So, if you're considering a Range Rover Sport, you really need to weigh the pros and cons carefully. If you're okay with the potential for high maintenance costs and you're not too concerned about fuel economy, then the Range Rover Sport might be a good fit for you. But if you're looking for a more practical and reliable luxury SUV, there are probably better options out there.
Coming in at number 5 is a vehicle that tries to straddle the line between a muscle car and a family SUV. I'm talking about the Dodge Durango. Now, the Durango starts at a relatively reasonable $39,670. And for that price, you get a lot of space, seating for up to 7 passengers, and a choice of powerful engines, including a Hemi 5.8. Sounds pretty good, right?
Well, not so fast. Consumer Reports has ranked the Durango as one of the least reliable SUVs on the market. And that's a real shame because on paper, the Durango has a lot to offer. It's got that aggressive Dodge styling, it's available with rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, and it can tow a respectable amount of weight. But unfortunately, it seems like Dodge might have sacrificed some reliability in the pursuit of performance and affordability.
One of the biggest issues that Consumer Reports has highlighted with the Durango is its low reliability score. Owners have reported a wide range of problems, from minor annoyances to major mechanical issues. And this isn't just limited to one particular model year or engine option. It seems like reliability has been an ongoing issue for the Durango. And that's a real concern because it means that even if you buy a brand new Durango, there's a higher than average chance that you'll experience some sort of problem down the line. And when it comes to cars, reliability is key. Nobody wants to be stuck on the side of the road or have to make unexpected trips to the dealership for repairs. It's just a hassle, and it can get expensive quickly.
Another area where the Durango falls short is fuel economy. Now, this isn't a huge surprise given its size and available engines, but still, in this day and age, with gas prices being what they are, fuel economy is a significant consideration for most car buyers. And the Durango's fuel economy numbers are, well, let's just say they're not going to win any awards, especially if you opt for the V8 engine. Now, I understand that some people prioritize power and performance over fuel economy, and that's fine, but it's important to be aware of the trade-offs. If you choose the Durango, just be prepared to make more frequent trips to the gas station, and with a large gas tank, those fill-ups can really add up. So there you have it, the Dodge Durango, a capable and affordable SUV that unfortunately suffers from some serious reliability and fuel economy issues. It might be tempting to go for the Durango's combination of space, power, and price, but it's important to be aware of the potential downsides before you make a decision.
All right, guys, coming in at number 6 on our list of cars people regret buying the most, according to Consumer Reports, is the 2024 Lincoln Aviator. This one starts at around $53,340, which, isn't exactly chump change. You'd expect a certain level of quality and reliability for that price, right? Well, unfortunately, Consumer Reports has slapped this luxury SUV with a big, fat, least reliable sticker. Ouch, that's gotta hurt, especially for Lincoln, a brand that prides itself on, luxury and comfort. But hey, we're all about keeping it real here, and the data doesn't lie. So what exactly is it about the Aviator that has consumers singing the blues? Well, for starters, fuel economy is apparently pretty abysmal, and in this economy, who can afford to be burning through gas like that? Nobody, that's who. On top of that, some owners have complained about the third row seating being cramped. I mean, it's supposed to be a family SUV, right? You'd think they'd give you a little more room in the back for the kids or the in-laws. But the issues with the Aviator go beyond just fuel economy and cramped seating. Consumer Reports has also highlighted several problems that directly impact the driving experience, which is a shame because, on paper, this SUV boasts some impressive performance specs. However, it seems like those specs don't always translate to real-world driving satisfaction. Some owners have reported issues with the transmission, clunky handling, and a somewhat unrefined ride, especially for a vehicle in this price range. And when you factor in the potential long-term costs associated with these reliability issues, it's no wonder that the Aviator has earned itself a spot on this list of regrettable car purchases. Remember, guys, we're talking about depreciation, potential repair costs down the line, and the overall hassle of dealing with a car that's prone to problems. These are all important factors to consider when making a big purchase, like a new car. Now, to be fair to Lincoln, they have acknowledged some of the issues reported with the Aviator and claim to be working on addressing them in future model years. They've also emphasized their commitment to improving customer satisfaction and overall vehicle quality. But for now, it's it seems like the Aviator remains a bit of a gamble for potential buyers. It's a shame because on paper, it has a lot going for it. Stylish design, a luxurious interior, and powerful engine options. However, until Lincoln can iron out these reliability and performance kinks, it's understandable why some consumers might be hesitant to take the plunge. There are plenty of other SUVs in this segment that offer a more compelling combination of luxury, performance, and reliability without the potential headaches. We'll be discussing some of those alternatives in a future video, so make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell so you don't miss it. In the meantime, let's move on to our final car on the list. Alright guys, we've reached number 7 on our list of worst cars that people regret buying the most. And it's a bit of a head scratcher. It's the Volvo XC60, a stylish and sophisticated SUV from our friends in Sweden. Now, Volvo has built a solid reputation for safety and Scandinavian design. But according to Consumer Reports, the XC60 has been letting the team down in the reliability department. Starting at around $46,900, the XC60 isn't exactly cheap. And for that price, you'd expect a certain level of, well, everything working as it should. But Consumer Reports has placed the XC60 relatively low on their reliability rankings, citing a higher than average number of reported problems. So what exactly is going wrong with the XC60? Well, it seems like the main culprits are those pesky engine and electrical systems. Specifically, there have been reports of engine issues, ranging from minor glitches to more significant problems requiring costly repairs. And when it comes to the electrical system, well, let's just say that some owners have experienced more than their fair share of warning lights, glitches with the infotainment system, and other gremlins that can be incredibly frustrating to deal with. Adding insult to injury, some reviewers and owners have also noted that the XC60's performance doesn't quite live up to expectations, particularly when it comes to acceleration and handling. Now, I know Volvo isn't exactly known for building sports cars, but you'd still hope for a bit more pep in its step, especially given its price point. It's a shame because on paper, the XC60 has a lot going for it. It's stylish, well-equipped, and boasts those signature Volvo safety features. But when reliability and performance become question marks, it's understandable why some consumers might be experiencing a bit of buyer's remorse. Well, there you have it, guys, our rundown of 7 cars that consumers regret buying the most, according to Consumer Reports. Remember, these rankings are based on data collected from thousands of vehicle owners. So while your individual experience may vary, it's always a good idea to do your research before making a big purchase like a new car. Speaking of research, if you're looking for some more positive recommendations, be sure to check out my other videos here on the best cars to buy based on Consumer Reports' top-rated models. There, we covered everything from reliability and safety to performance and features, so you can make an informed decision and hopefully avoid ending up on a list like this one in the future. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Until next time, drive safe and happy car shopping. I will see you in the next video.